What's up, everybody? Welcome in. This reading is for my Aquarians. Okay, we got Aquarius on deck. Okay. So we, are gonna touch on, just kind of all areas of life. Anything that comes up, nothing is off limits here. Love could come up, money, but we're definitely gonna be getting your mental, emotional state, things that you're focusing on. You know, talk about your finances. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. So see the energy that you're going into the week with, and then kind of how you might be feeling at the end of the week. That's what we are touching on. I don't know if I want this or not. I don't know if I want. I mean, we have the Hierophant, Aquarius. Okay. I'm laughing at like my resistance to the Hierophant, because I feel like the Hierophant does have a message that my Aquarians need, but I feel like there may be some resistance to get this message, especially depending on which Aquarius placements you have as you're watching the reading, which, how this applies to you. But the Hierophant does give this energy of, we may be talking about traditions in this reading, things that my Aquarians are gonna want to uphold. I also feel like we're gonna talk about leadership for my Aquarians. Whether or not that is you stepping into a position of leadership, or guidance, or whether it is about you seeking guidance, maybe a need to seek some spiritual guidance, which, that kind of makes sense because here you are watching this reading. Let's get some more cards. Let's find out. Let's get the tea. Let's get the tea. What's the hair? What's the this is your mental state, Aquarius. Okay, so we got the Page of Swords here. So immediately what comes to mind when I see the Page of Swords here next to the Hierophant, I feel like my Aquarians, I don't necessarily want to say may need to grow up. You could, maybe that's a message that you need. But more so, I feel like how do I want to say this? Think higher. Some sort of clarity. Okay, the Hierophant is asking for my Aquarians to have some sort of to get clear on something. The Page of Swords is suggesting there may be like a real juvenile thought process in relation to what you guys are dealing with right now, and we will pull more cards to kind of get some more clarity on that and see what's going on. But I don't know, for some reason think higher just comes to mind. Let's get some clarity for my Page of Swords here. Alright, we got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So I'm kind of wondering if there is like if you've been facing any delays or setbacks in a particular area, then I feel like what I'm saying about needing to have a more mature mental approach to the situation, that could be why you're seeing the delays. Okay. Something needs to change in your mind, Aquarius. Okay, we got Queen of Wands here with the Emperor on the bottom. Okay, so I feel like this specifically is in regards to something that my Aquarians are working on, like perhaps a career, because we got 2 wands here. Okay, so this I feel like this is in regards to your goals. So I'm also feeling like my initial feeling of like some of y'all being called into positions of leadership or guidance is more so how this is going to like roll out and fold out. And the reason why you're seeing delays in that, I feel like there needs to be more confidence in yourself. Okay. You know, Aquarians have this like eccentric energy about themselves, even when the sun is there. Now, the sun kind of reflects that like in the opposite way, rather than say like a rising or a moon. But that eccentricity is still there. And I feel like showing that or allowing other people to see that, being comfortable in that, being confident in that, is really important for Aquarians to really like just, I want to say shine, or like, you know, be successful. Like maybe you know, especially since we have the Hierophant here, and this is, you know, about tradition. You know, Aquarius suns in particular, they may reach certain heights or like status by following the traditional means, but again, that feeling of like think higher, you know, is the traditional sense of success and status all that you want to achieve, or is there something more? Is there something higher that you're wanting to achieve? And perhaps, you know, and I feel like there is, and perhaps the reason, you know, but even if there's not, I feel like perhaps the reason why you're seeing delays or setbacks is because there hasn't been this full, embracing of who you are and confidence in yourself. So therefore, it's like you're blocking this stuff that wants to come to you because you're not being you. You're being everybody or everything else, being what other people want you to be. And Aquarius, I really feel like, especially with this Hierophant here, even though the Hierophant is about tradition, I feel like what you guys could be going through or being called to do right now is to change the definition of what is traditional. So like if, for example, you're currently in you know, these people's roles, you know, looking up to what's already been done, I feel like there's a call for you to stand in this position and kind of show other people how to embrace themselves. Not even necessarily be like you, but like in the sense of like copying you, but be like you in the sense of embracing themselves, embodying themselves, loving everything and exactly who they are. You got to think about it. You know, we if you're watching a tarot reading, it could be likely you've heard about you know, the ages, and the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius, and how you know some people say we've already, you know, begun the age of Aquarius because of all the technological advances that we've made. I personally feel like we're ringing that in right now, and Pluto. It did go into Aquarius for a little bit, so you may have gotten a little bit of taste of what it could be like if you are fully embracing yourself and who you are. But it actually did go back into Capricorn. So I feel like it's kind of going back and forth, like ringing that bell to bring in that energy of I don't want to just say uniqueness, but like eccentricity, like standing out, not being afraid to stand out. So I feel like with Page of Swords here, you know, some of y'all, especially if you're watching this and getting this message, then you've already started to tune into that. But I also feel like since it is a page here, it's like it's the beginning of that. It's early for you. It's new for you. It's not like new, you know, you've made some progress, but there's a call or a need for there to be even more. Look at that. Look at that. We got the Queen of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like my people that are coming across this video, especially, you know, you know what it is that I'm talking about, okay? You know what it is I'm talking about. You've reached a certain status. So for some of y'all, you've reached a certain status, like you've peaked as far as the traditional sense of what it means to be a leader, or, you know, maybe at work, you've reached a position of leadership, or in your community, people look up to you, they, you know, seek guidance from you. I feel like, especially going into this week, because these are weekly readings, because of that, you're going to begin to see even more of that, and you can't be afraid of it. I don't think you are afraid of it, Aquarius, but I do feel like there may be like some nervousness, or, you know, because are they going to like you? Are they going to accept you if you show them who you really are? Yes, they already like you, okay? They already like you. And F anybody who don't. F anybody who don't. So anything that is coming up for you right now, Aquarius, that is really just calling you to like step up or stand out, you know, I would say embrace that. Embrace that. We got Page of Cups here, okay? We got Page of Cups here. So I feel like this is kind of giving me a couple different vibes. I feel like part of what's going to help could be like a relationship that comes through. Somebody who maybe you've allowed to see this part of yourself, and they like that about you, or they love that about you. They, you know, we got two pages here too. I feel like finding your people comes to mind. You finding your people who appreciate you versus people who don't, which I feel like with these cards here, I feel like the ones, you know, my Aquarians that are watching this video, you've already kind of found that, okay? You've already found a group, or found friends, found a romantic relationship to some degree that has helped peel back the layers on you a little bit here. Let's see. Before I go into that one, I'm gonna get some clarifiers for my Queen of Wands. I got into what I was saying, and then I forgot the order of how I was doing these, so I wanted to change how I was doing this. So let's get some clarifiers for my Queen of Wands. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups and Two of Pentacles. Clarifying the Queen of Wands. So I feel like, again, people that are getting this message from me, you've already made some progress in that. You already have embraced yourself to some degree. You've already, you know, worked on letting some of that pour out a little bit. But with the Two of Pentacles here coming out, I feel like it's a need to like stick to it, okay? It's a need to stick to it. I feel like it's a decision. as well, that may be coming up, or something that you may see, that like, of picking which side of things do you want to be on, because I'm kind of getting this feeling of this vibe that like there may be an issue with like leading a double life, you know, like you have one area where you're one way, and then like a whole nother group where you're a whole different way. And I mean, as a fellow air sign, that's not too surprising for me, and I don't even I don't even necessarily have a problem with it. But to some degree, when it comes to things that you're wanting to come to you, that you feel like are being blocked, I feel like this instability of like really this lack of commitment to being who you are. Like, even though I may show different people a different side of myself, every time I meet any group, or I enter into any group or relationship, whatever, it's still always me. Okay, it's never not me. It's just, it's a different part of me. But sometimes I feel like Aquarians, you know, the vibe that I'm getting is like, this ain't you. This is who somebody else wants you to be, or who needs you to be for a particular situation. And that lack of authenticity, because, you know, I feel like Aquarius energy, is about authenticity. That whole axis, Leo, Aquarius axis, is about authenticity and uplifting of self, you know, and the relationship that the community has with self, how you give to yourself, therefore you're raised up by others, and then you give back to that community, and kind of like that flow of going back and forth. But this, if you're you know, showing up as you only 50% of the time, you know, the universe gets confused as far as bringing you what it is that you want. So that's that was a long way for me to say that I feel like, anyway, let me get some clarified for the page of cups first. I feel like you need to figure out how to show up as you all the time, in every situation and in everything that you do. Okay, and engage less in things that are not in alignment with who you are. We got 4 of Pentacles, clarifying the Page of Cups, and we have 10 of Cups. Also clarifying the Page of Cups. I'm feeling like I don't know, I'm kind of, this is giving me the feeling of like clinging to something that isn't you or isn't yours. Maybe you cling to this version of yourself for your family, because that's what they want. Maybe you cling to this version of yourself because you want you know, to be offered love by a specific person, or a specific group. You want to be accepted, but what's happening as Aquarius is because there's a lack of acceptance of self. You know, that's what, you know, even if it appears like somebody accepts you, if you're not being you, do they really accept you? You know, so I feel like this emotional fulfillment that you're looking for, Aquarius, is going to come from you embracing you and accepting yourself for who you are. Look at that, bro. We've got 4 of Pentacles again. So yeah, this for my Aquarians, if you've been wondering or questioning like why you're having a hard time, why you're going through the things that you're going through, you know, maybe being stingy and frugal right now and just really withholding things, or like, you know, you're not having any money. This is why. All of these things work together, okay? All of these things, everything is energy. So if you are withholding a certain part of yourself, or let's say, you're kind of like withholding love, because love and money is on the same frequency, same energy, then that's what's going to happen to you in the physical realm. So if you're having a hard time, financially, again, delays, setbacks, even though you have like achieved status in a certain position, like there's still a struggle. There's still a struggle. That's the struggle, Aquarius. Embrace yourself. Let's get some clarifiers for this. I feel like Aquarians are not accepting that some things need to let go and have ended, and also at the same time not valuing things that they still have. Okay, so we get back in tune with yourself, Aquarius. Okay. Get back in tune with you, who you are. Maybe if you need to think back to yourself as a child, stuff that you like to do as a child. To kind of recenter and figure out who you are. Who are you outside of these, thoughts and opinions that other people have about you. I feel like Aquarians are rooted in I feel like Aquarians are rooted in the concept of who other people think they are and not actually who they are themselves. And honestly, I feel like a lot of this message is really going to vibe with my Aquarius suns, but I'm sure that Aquarius rising and Aquarius moon can probably vibe with it and feel it too. Let's get some for the hair font. Let's get some for the hair font. Okay. I'm not taking cards that fly out. Let's see, we got the World card here. And we got the Queen of Pentacles here. And we got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. My general message to kind of wrap this up would be that Aquarius, this week may end up being a little bit rough if you are not able to, one, accept things that have ended, and also I feel like this, any problems that you're facing or that are ahead of you right now, I feel like the solution will consistently elude you if there is this lack of acceptance that of the change that is happening. In general, for everybody, we are in a space of things ending, things beginning. It's been a long time coming to feeling like we're at this crossroads. And I feel like we're nearing the end of that. Like things are going to begin to settle down, and everybody's going to have to get acquainted with their new roles, and where they're going to be or what they're going to do. Again, just like in this picture, you could be the spiritual leader, or you could be the one seeking spiritual leadership. Sometimes you're both. I still seek spiritual leadership sometimes, but I feel like with the World card here, clarifying the hair font, some things are coming to an end, and if there is no acceptance of that, then it's going to be very hard to move forward if you're still like clinging to things, ways, behaviors, patterns of the past and the way that it used to be. And this, you know, because this is a general personal reading, you know, I would mostly apply that to your personal life. But I'll be honest, this that particular message could vibrate up or down, you know, on any scale of, you know, you really could apply it to anything. Things are changing. And you can get with it or you can fight against it. So that is, I think that's all I have. You know, I hope that you guys subscribe and like the video and come back next week for another follow-up, because this is a weekly reading. So, you know, we'll just check in each week and kind of see what's going on. If you need a personal reading for your personal situation and what you got going on, I am available. Go ahead and put check the link underneath the video. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day and a great week, and we will check in next week and see what we got for you.